Hi guys, we at the Button Smashers are honored to bring you our first giveaway for the year in partnership with our friend Shadow Elite HD. We're giving away a copy of Valkyria Chronicles 4 for the PC. When we decided we wanted to do this giveaway, we could not think of anyone more appropriate than Shadow to partner with. Shadow is a massive fan of JRPGs and also happens to have a love for the Valkyria Chronicles series. He's also one of the biggest and most respectable JRPG YouTubers we've had the pleasure of knowing. Shadow's also made a guest appearance on our flagship podcast, That Beautiful Life.
You know what, like I said, I'm a god to these people, so God is what I will be.
And has even done a guest review with us in the past.
After playing for a couple hours, I was hooked. I found myself liking the dungeon crawling.
So make sure to subscribe and check out his content, and head down to the link in the description below to enter this giveaway. Thank you very much for your time, and best of luck to everyone. What is the true value of a mouse? We use them daily on our PCs for work and leisure, but does the type or quality of the mouse really matter? Hey guys, QF for thebuttonsmashers.com. This is our review for the Mad Catz R.A.T Pro S3. For many of us, the answer to that question would be no. The quality doesn't matter as long as it's functional. Most gamers don't seem to care what type of mouse they use. This is especially true for those who made the switch from console to PC, mostly because you can usually find controller support for most PC titles, even shooters. A good example of this is the fact that for the past few years we've been covering a lot of games and only one of them did not have controller support. If you're curious about the games that we've covered, be sure to check out our gaming review channel that covers games with a similar style to the reviews that you find on here. Free on a game like PES does the exact same thing. PES 2019 Lite offers players the full engine and roster of players available in the main game. The only real exclusion is the omission of most non-My Club modes, and that's quite a deal if you ask me. Visually, the game looks just as good as the full version of PES 2019, and that's because it is PES 2019, just stripped down a bit. Now, all that exposition aside, the actual fact is that the type of mouse does matter depending on what your needs are. If you're just doing office work or casual gaming, then the type of mouse that you use doesn't really matter. For the gamers who are a bit more hardcore or seeking to dominate in online shooters, your mouse does matter. According to its manufacturer, the R.A.T Pro S3 concentrates on delivering the essentials that many professional gamers demand. Its PixArt 3330 sensor delivers proven gaming performance, while its ultra-reliable Umrun switches have been tested to an impressive 50 million clicks. The palm rest is also fully adjustable, tilting plus or minus 15 degrees side to side and extending up to 12mm from the main frame. Now I know what you guys are thinking, blah blah blah, text speech blah blah. What everyone really wants to know is, should you buy a gaming mouse, particularly this gaming mouse? Now the most important aspect of a good mouse may not be what you expect. It's not the DPI, hertz, or any of that other technobabble. What really matters for a mouse is the comfort and the design that it offers. Traditional mice have a very familiar oval shape with two buttons and a scroll wheel. The shape of a traditional mouse also serves a very practical purpose. It allows for ambidextrous use. Gaming focused mice, on the other hand, like the R.A.T Pro S3, tend to forego this design to add more functionality and thus lose some of their broader appeal due to most carrying a right-handed implementation. This means most left-handed users are left in the dirt. If you're a lefty, then you're out of luck with this one, and pretty much most other gaming mice for that matter. As a new honorary lefty due to an injury, none of the many configurations possible with this mouse really felt comfortable in left-handed use. The R.A.T Pro S3 has some adjustable components like its aforementioned palm rest, but there's not much the end user can do to rectify its design exclusivity. Now, other than this being a mouse exclusively for right-handed users, there's not much else wrong with the hardware. It's got good weight, looks very aesthetically pleasing, and for the most part functions wonderfully. Though the mouse is made mostly from plastic components, it does have a nice weight to it. This is good because usually when you think of plastic you think cheap, which is something you'd be hard pressed to call this device. It sits in a nice middle ground between premium and slightly above average, making it the perfect mouse for the budget gamer. The buttons are also very clicky in a satisfying way, and they're all programmable, every single one of them. Programming the buttons requires the use of software which can be acquired from the manufacturer's website. The software also allows full customization of each button and scrolling of the mouse wheel. It's even possible to create profiles for different applications. For example, you can have a profile for Photoshop that includes your most used shortcuts, while at the same time having one for gaming that lowers and raises your DPI with the push of a button for more precise aiming when you need it. The hardware can store up to 4 profiles at once. However, you're able to make as many profiles as you may need in the software and then swap them out at your convenience. This also means that you can program the mouse and use it on another PC without needing the software to use your presets. The 4 profiles on the mouse can be changed by pressing a button below the mouse. The button in question is small and situated in an inauspicious position that requires the user to turn the mouse over when changing the profiles. It would have been more appropriate to have it somewhere on top of the mouse so that the profiles can be switched more easily when using multiple profiles with different programs simultaneously. That being said, the mouse is primarily a gaming mouse more so than anything, so the previous complaint can easily be chalked off by most users since it's not likely that anyone needs to swap between profiles during a gaming session. Now, as a gaming mouse, what you expect is great DPI options, RGB lighting, and comfort. These are all things that this mouse excels at. It's more comfortable than a regular mouse, has customizable DPI as mentioned before, and the icing on the cake, it has fully customizable RGB lights. The lights in question have a few configurations ranging from pulsing effects to color changing. The colors in use are totally up to the user, and the rate at which they perform the desired effect is fully customizable. The lights can also be set differently for each profile to help make it easy for you to know which profile you're using without needing to refer to the Mad Catz software. So with all that I've had to say so far about this device, here's my final verdict. Should you get the Mad Catz R.A.T Pro S3? The honest answer is, I don't know if you can. Yes, I'd recommend it to gamers because of its capability and aesthetics, but I don't know if you can find it to make a purchase. While working on this review, I searched for the mouse on the most popular online retailer websites and found only the previous models. My assumption was that we had gotten an early batch since we got it from the manufacturer, but it's been a couple months since we received our review unit, so you'd expect that they'll be in stock pretty much everywhere. So, allow me to offer this disclaimer. If you find this mouse available for purchase at a sub $100 USD price tag, and you happen to also be a right-handed gamer seeking a new mouse, then I'd say get it. Thank you very much for watching our review of the Mad Catz R.A.T Pro S3. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to leave us a like and a comment in the comment section below, and if you'd like to see more content like this from us, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you'll always know when we put up new content.